This is freaking bright. Hey guys, I'm Ellie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my December book haul for you guys. This is going to have the books that I buy and the books that I got as gifts. That's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? Anyway, 17 books here to show you. I'm getting ready to move and these are probably the last things that I needed. Let's go ahead and get into this. First, I'm going to start off. I'm going to talk about the only pre-order that I had in December. I hadn't really been doing pre-orders a lot this year, and if I did, they were the only books that I was buying. I don't know why I pre-ordered this book. I'm going to be honest, because I haven't enjoyed the rest of the series. I didn't have any plans of reading it right away. I think I just wanted, there was like a pre-order incentive basically, but I ended up pre-ordering the Barnes & Noble edition of Queen of Air and Darkness. If you guys have seen my most disappointing reads for the past 2 years, this whole series has made it on that list. There's just something about this that I don't really care about. It is just repetitive. I don't really care for the characters. I can't remember half of them. But here I am. Still, I'm just Cassandra Clare trash no matter what. This has an awesome poster underneath of it that has the characters, which don't look anything like what I picture them to, but you know, it happens, it happens. The incentive that you could get with that was this little booklet that has the characters based around like fairy tales. So here we have Cinderella, and this is Will and Tessa. So it has a little bit of like a little story based around that. And then it has pictures of them, and this is like that classic shadow hunter artwork. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Pretty cute, and yeah, that's basically, I thought it was a cute little incentive to get. So then the next thing that I got was actually from the Fairy Loot crate that I opened up last month. That is Wayward by Brandon Sanderson. I don't know anything about this, honestly. I remember reading the synopsis and it's just like something about a girl trying to get to space or something along the lines of that. I don't really know much about Brandon Sanderson. I've heard mixed things about him. I have heard that his writing tends to be pretty good though. So I'm not super interested, but we will see. This might be something that sparks my interest later in the future. Her father like did something really awful and she's like in flight school or something, and she like, everyone makes her like remember of the awful things that her father did or something along the lines of that. I don't know. I'm gonna stop mumbling about something I don't know about. The other one is one that I got in the Unplugged book box that I opened, and that is Beneath the Citadel. You guys, I was like, I don't know how to pronounce this the moment I opened it. And when I was watching the video back, I was like, Citadel. It's Allie. It's Citadel. So thank you for everyone that told me how to pronounce it, but it hit me long after the video was over. But this has a beautiful cover. I thought it sounded pretty intriguing. This is like, I think it's a group of people that uncover like these secrets in the Citadel. I don't know, I don't ever remember anything. Prophecies, and it's up to this girl to like find out this prophecy of like how her town will be saved or destroyed or something along the lines of that. So I'm really doing a fantastic job at explaining things today. I probably should have done some more research before I started this video, but that means a lot more work than I thought. Let's get into the books that I got as gifts. So one of the first ones that I opened up was actually from Brian. We had gone into Barnes & Noble and I was on the hunt for the hardcover of Vicious, and they didn't have it. I was quite upset. I asked the woman if they had any copies and she didn't even know what I was talking about. Like my heart was like, you don't know who Victoria Schwab is? You don't know V.E. Schwab? Like what? You work in a bookstore? What? I know that seems kind of snobby, but it was just one of those moments where I was like, what? Because this is such a like a staple name to me here on the community. Even though I've never read anything by her. But I was really on the hunt for Vicious, and Brian, I guess, wrote it down in his notes and was like, I'm gonna get Allie Vicious. I didn't realize this, but this is a sci-fi. I believe it's about like supervillains coming together. Ellie started out as college roommates, brilliant, arrogant, lonely boys who recognize the same sharpness and ambition in each other in their senior year, a shared research interest in adrenaline, near-death experience, and seemingly supernatural events reveal an intriguing possibility that under the right conditions someone could develop extraordinary abilities, But when their thesis moves from academic to experimental, things go horribly wrong. So I'm assuming that they make themselves into supervillains, maybe? So, but this has been on my TBR for quite some time. Plus, I love these new covers. They are gorgeous. So hopefully I can get around to, I think, Vengeful. Then my mom got me some books, as she always does. She's like, make me a list, I'll buy you some books. I'm like, okay, I guess. One that she actually kind of bought on her own, though, was Hocus Pocus, because this is a movie that we look forward to watching every single year together. So when she had seen this come out, she was like interested in it herself. So she picked this up, and it does have like the original story plus the sequel, I do believe. I've heard mixed things about it. I'm probably gonna love it either way because it's Hocus Pocus. The sequel takes place in like nowadays, and it follows Max and Allison's daughter. So it follows their daughter, and she comes face to face with the Sanderson sisters, I believe. Seems intriguing. I love Hocus Pocus. So then another one she got me was Lifelike, and this is by Jay Kristoff, which was basically the only reason I needed to buy it. I love Jay Kristoff's writing. I think this is about an android. She has a robot gladiator that she spent all this time building, and it is like going up in smoke. Basically she competes in like these robot gangs or something, wars, and that's how she's been like paying for things. However, she obviously has lost. She's lost a lot of things. Her grandma is very ill, and then she comes across this like ancient warrior android robot thing, and so they trek across all these lands. They're gonna endure some hardships. There's gonna be like assassins along the way or something like that. I've heard decent things about this. They did a cover reveal for the second one, and it is beautiful. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's high up on my TBR because Jay Kristoff. We got Now. Who was touching all over this book? Anyway, now we got Now I Rise, which is the sequel to Anti Darken. Anti Darken was one of my favorite books that I read last year. I meant to get around to the sequel and just haven't gotten around to it. It is a Vlad the Impaler retelling, but Vlad is actually a girl. And basically this follows her and her brother and how like they have been given over to a different empire, basically as like her father is saying that he will obey, and basically if he doesn't, like they can kill his children, like he just doesn't care. So Lada has actually shown her true colors, and she is very bloodthirsty, she is vicious, and her brother is like the total opposite of her. He is kind, he is a diplomat, she just wants things her way. So it follows them trying to live in this court, this like enemy court basically, and how they've grown up there and how they've grown up with the like enemy's son. So, and all the relationships there. It was a slower paced book, but I absolutely loved it, and I'm so excited for the sequel. So I'm really glad that I have it now. These are beautiful books. I have never been disappointed by Kirsten White's stuff to date. Last one that my mom got me was the Poppy War, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything about this except for it is fantasy, and I have seen literally everyone talking about it. And I did buy people like copies of this for Christmas and never did buy myself a copy. So I guess my mom was probably confused when it was like, you've already bought this item. I don't even know what it's about. No one has ever told me what it's about. Why don't you people tell me what it's about? You just tell me how good it is, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll buy it. This is a fantasy, and I do believe it is about this girl who finds out that she has been chosen by like a kind of vengeful god or something along the lines of that. Basically, she's been chosen by this vengeful god to like wield his power, and I guess it's her like fighting for the kingdom or something. I have no idea. No one has ever told me what this is about. No one has given me a good enough synopsis. Anyone that I sent this to for Christmas, if you want, buddy, read it. Okay, then we're gonna get in to the gifts that I received from all y'all lovely people. If you guys saw, I did a Secret Santa this year here on BookTube, and Francis was my Secret Santa, and he got me Bridget Clay, the signed copy, and I'm so excited. This is just, I just know that this book is going to mean so much to me. This follows a group of brothers. Their father has like left them. Their grandfather has like told them all these stories about like his life. And apparently through these stories and through like the love that they show for each other, they uncover like a really tragic secret of one of the brothers or something along the lines of that. Marcus Zuzak's writing is just absolutely gorgeous. I have a feeling this is going to be like a favorite read for me. So thank you so much, Francis, for sending this to me. If you guys want to check out his channel, I'll have it linked down below, as well as with everyone else that I mentioned today. Thank you! I just realized this, but I think the underneath, oh, it's kind of beautiful underneath too. Okay, then we have Chris, and if you guys don't know, Chris is my #1 fan here. He's always commenting on my stuff. He's always telling me like to have a good day, hope that my day is going well. He has supported my channel since like day one, and he was so kind that he sent me every single volume of I Hate Fairyland. So if you guys don't know, I Hate Fairyland is my all-time favorite graphic novel series. Unfortunately, they cut it to only 4 volumes. I don't understand why. This is a golden graphic novel series. I feel like this could have gone on forever and I would have loved it. Who goes to Fairyland as a young kid, and she's like, you know, this is nice and all, but I want to go home. And they're like, okay, we have to complete this quest if you want to go home. And yeah, it's like 40 years later and she's still stuck in Fairyland, and it is her like killing people, destroying people. She just causes chaos wherever she goes. She's a drunk. She is just hilarious. I love it. But it has this over like saturated look to it. It is bloody, it is gory, it is hilarious. So I'm so excited because I know that these are going to be ones that I come back to a lot. I love this series so much, and to actually have them in my hands, I have such a hard time justifying buying myself graphic novels. So thank you so much, Chris. I'm so excited and I'm so happy to have those in my collection. So then the next one is from Julie over at Pages and Pens, and she sent me Girl Made of Stars. This is by far like the highest book on my TBR. This is about a girl, her best friend tells her that she has been raped, and not only has she been raped, but she's been raped by this girl's brother. And of course she's like, you know, I want to believe my friend, but I really don't think my brother would ever do that. And this is kind of the story of, you know, that kind of inner turmoil of what to believe and what to expect and how to deal with that. So I've heard fantastic things about this. So very excited, and thank you so much, Julie. You just knew I needed that book. So then G Swizz sent me The Last Namasara, and look at this cover. It's so shiny. So this is one of my favorite books, and I can't wait to get to the sequel. It is fantastic. Oh my gosh, if you love stories about stories and dragons and really awesome female leads, this is the book for you. This follows the Last Namasara. She is like the dragon slayer for her town, and basically stories have been forbidden to hunt dragons because it makes them powerful, but she has been doing it anyway. This follows her as she is put into this arranged marriage about her trying to hunt down like the most powerful dragon. It is just, it's a complex world, but it's told so beautifully, and I absolutely loved it. So thank you, G Swizzle. I'm just so excited. This book is amazing, and just to have it in my hands is great. Then McQueen, the Bookish Babbler, sent me The Armored Saint. She's always sending me things that I don't really know about, but I know are going to be amazing. And this is the first in the Sacred Throne trilogy. In a world where any act of magic could open a portal to hell, the Order ensures that no wizard will live to summon demons, and they will kill as many innocent people as they must to prevent the greater horror. After witnessing a horrendous slaughter, the village girl Hallozy opposes the Order and risks bringing their wrath down on herself, her family, and her village. So I'm quite surprised at how thin this is, but it seems she has a similar taste as I do, and I know I just trust her opinion so much. So thank you so much, Melissa. I'm so excited. And I just want to mention one more book that I actually bought for myself, and it is based on the fact that Melissa loves this book, and that is Tess of the Road. But I don't know anything about this book. I only bought it because Melissa has raved about it. It is also a fantasy. I think it also has dragons. She said it was good, so I'm interested to see. Plus, I love this cover. Look how fantastic that is. Then, why are you shaking? Then Maggie over at Maggie a Novel sent me The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and I love World War II historical fiction, so I'm extremely excited about this. I've heard really good things. She said that she enjoyed it, and it just seems like it's gonna be one of those books that like simultaneously breaks my heart and mends it at the same time. Just anything World War II historical fiction does, but obviously this follows the Tattooist of Auschwitz. One day a woman stumbles in and she of course has to be tattooed, and he swears that he is going to marry her, but this is about like the things that he had to endure, the things he had to witness as he tattooed the Jews as they went into the concentration camps. So seems heavy, but seems amazing. Yeah, that was all the books that I got. It was a lot, and I'm sorry that my synopsises, they sucked. I'll tell you more about them in my wrap-up. I swear I'm gonna read all these books this year. But I swear, I would very much like to. So those are all the books that I got in December. I hope that you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future book hauls from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!